Hi everybody, thank you for pressing play on the video today. It's Caroline here from craftycarolinecreates.blogspot.co.uk. Today's project is something that some of you may have already seen, and you will find out why some people have seen that already in a moment. It is basically a lovely gift box with a nice contrasting tag, and it's a really good size box. If you open it up, you will see what is inside. And inside we have some card blanks in each of the 2014-2016 in colours and some matching ribbon samples, and a brand new stamp set called Six Sayings, which is a hostess stamp set that launched in the new autumn catalogue, started on the 1st of September. And this is actually what I put together as a thank you present for everybody that shopped with me last month. So everybody that shopped with me received one of these in the post, and I believe they have all received them now. So hence I can show you exactly how I made the box and the tag. And we'll put the ribbon back on because this one will be going out to somebody, because I'm filming this a little bit ahead of time. If you do shop with me, you can look forward to receiving a gift like this in the post every month. I do like to make a handmade box to send the present with. But this is a good size box. You could use it for so many things. Obviously DVDs fit perfectly in it, as our clear mat stamp sets are all DVD sized. So let's get on with how we made it. Okay, so we started with oh, my scoreboard's fallen over. Oh, sorry about that. Bang, bang, bang. Crash. So we start with 2 pieces of cardstock. The piece for the base measures 9.5 by 7.5, and the piece for the lid is just slightly bigger. This is 9 9/16 by 7 9/16. All of the dimensions will be over on my blog, so do pop over and check that out. I am using garden green for the base and berry vanilla for the lid. And what I did was I stamped all over the lid randomly, using all of the stamps from Vintage Leaves and a lot of different shades of green, and then a bit of contrast with this, which is Tip Top Taupe. Okay, now to make the box, let's start with the base. That is the easiest bit. So the base, we are going to score all 4 sides at 1 inch. So you have seen me do this many times before. 1 inch on all 4 sides. There we go, that is done. Then we're going to bring in the lid, which is the stamp bit, and we always try to do it stamped side down, because that means your grooves are the right way for folding the score lines. We're going to score this. I'm going to just move my scoreboard over a little bit so I get out of the way of the tripod. We're going to score it at 3/8 of an inch and at 1 inch again on all 4 sides. Three-eighths of an inch and 1 inch on all 4 sides. So 3/8 of an inch can be a little bit fiddly. Just watch your fingers. The other alternative is you can always do it at the other side. You just take 3/8 of an inch off the end dimension and score there, but it's easier, I think, to do it this way. You don't forget. So that is all of our scoring done. So we'll put the scoreboard out of the way. I'll try to do it a bit more quietly than when I put it down. So let's start by folding and burnishing those score lines we have just made. Obviously, as this is cardstock, you don't have to be as gentle as you would if you were doing this with DSP, but still try not to tear the paper, because our berry vanilla stock is a little bit softer than, or a little bit thinner, shall I say, than our other coloured cardstocks. Okay. We go, and we'll just, while we are folding and burnishing, we'll just do our base as well. The base is the easiest to fold up. We need a little bit more effort on our lid. So we're just doing our base at the moment. I apologise if my voice goes a bit croaky. I am struggling a little bit with a sore throat. And then we're just going to cut up each of the corners there, like this. Okay, and let's notch out each of those corner tabs. Okay. And that is our base ready to go. And then for our lid, we just need to do a little bit more complex cutting. So you might have seen me do this before if you've watched any videos where I've made a reinforced box before. So we're just going to cut up those two to begin with, cut off the very edge bit, and then the bottom of that flap. So basically cut away an L, and then we have a little tab that we'll notch out, and we'll also notch off those two corners there. And you see what we did? I'll show you again. So we'll cut straight up those two score lines across the first one and up to the second, cut off the very end, cut off that tab there so you're left with that missing L shape and a flap, and then notch out each of those tabs and the edges of the small edges you have there. Lots of edges in that sentence, Caroline. Do it one more time, well, two more times actually, so you can see that. Again, if you are still not clear, because I didn't really explain it that well, I'm struggling with my words a little bit, you can go back and watch that bit of the video again, and hopefully you will understand exactly what we have done. Oh, forgot to notch this one. Okay, let's get rid of all of those little scraps we have created. And then to fold it up, what we need to do is just put a bit of fuse on each of those small tabs. You could always use Tombow if you prefer for this, that would work just as well. Okay, and then we're just going to, actually it's easier now if we just put a bit of fuse also along the length of both of those tabs. So I'm just putting some fuse all the way along this strip here. Okay. Just means you need to be a little bit careful when you fold it up because there is a lot of adhesive on here, but we'll make it quicker. So then we're just going to fold in each of those tabs and stick them down like that. There we go, that one there. That's that. And our last one, oh, is just there. And then we are just going to fold over those sticky up flaps that we've already put adhesive on. Again, as I said, Tombow would work pretty well for this as well. And there we've got our lid pretty much made. I'm just going to quickly just make sure those are all stuck down using my bone folder. And all this does is give your box a little bit more rigidity. If we didn't do this, what you would tend to end up with, because the box isn't very deep, it would be pretty flimsy. Okay, so that is our box. Base, super easy. If you've watched my videos, you've seen me do this a lot before. All we are doing is putting a bit of fuse on each of our flaps. And then we can just fold those up and stick them down. Okay, and that is our box and our lid. And because our lid was just that little bit bigger, our starting cardstock, that should, she says, this is always the bit that I always worry about a little bit on video, but it works. The lid should fit perfectly over the base of your box there, just like that. Okay. Now, I'm just going to take that lid back off and we will pop in this, the present for the recipient of this box. So if you've received it, your box could have been made live on camera. They all are slightly different because the lid is completely hand stamped. So if yours has this in the middle, then you might recognise it from being made on camera. Okay, I'm going to come in now with, this is the, what's it called? Striped cotton ribbon, which is in, what's this colour called? Mossy Meadow, that's it, Mossy Meadow. My brain went blank. sort of very vanilla and mossy meadow, so it goes together well with our box. So I'm just going to bring that ribbon round and tie that off in a flat knot. Ribbon and cameras is my nemesis, you know. I'll get to hell and this will be what they make me do all day. So we're just going to tie that off in a flat knot. There we go. Sorry if this is yours, the knot could be better. And then we're just going to make this tag to go on the top. What I have done to do that is I've taken some very vanilla cardstock and stamped this large maple leaf onto it in Mossy Meadow ink, and I've cut it out using the matching framelit, and then I cut out another very vanilla maple leaf using the same framelit. Again, we're using the Vintage Leaves set. And then I am going to use my use a bit of scrap cardstock and stamp out, punch out even, a word window. And then what I want to do is stick this using, I'm going to use a little bit of fuse as it's to hand. Using a little bit of fuse, stick this in the middle of my maple leaf where I want to punch out my window to put my thank word in. Okay. And then I can push this into my punch, line up that word window, you see, and then I can punch it out and I get my hole exactly where I want it to be in my stamped leaf. Okay, I'm going to line those up on top of each other, just like that. The thanks I'm using comes from Crazy About You. Excellent sentiment set. If you don't have it, I would highly recommend it. So I've got my thanks. I'm just going to use some Tangelo Twist as a bit of a contrast colour. Ink that up. Then I've lined those two up together and I'm going to stamp that. I'm just going to come off camera because it's a bit hard for me to do it looking over it when my camera's in the way. So there we go. So what I did was I just stamped that down through the hole, holding those two together. Then I am going to pop this up on some dimensionals. I'm at the end of my my pack. Hopefully got enough just to do that. Put some dimensionals down on my my plain piece, and then I can come in with my stamped image, and that thanks should line up perfectly through that hole. Okay, you see that? Finally, I'm going to take a glue dot on the edge of my stalk, so just to stick my stalks together on the edge. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to do is take some, should we use silver? Let's use gold. It's an autumnally box, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to thread that through, thread that through our leaves underneath the stalk. Not making this seem very easy. I've made a lot of these boxes and believe me, it is quite easy to do, just of course not playing today on camera. So there we go, pulled that through because I've got that glue dot that's going to stop it coming off the end of my stalk. And I'm just going to then tie that around my ribbon. 1, 2, gonna trim off the edges there, and there we have it. One more thank you present gift box, nicely ready to go to a customer. If you would like to receive something like this in the post next month, it will be my pleasure to order any Stampin' Up products for you. Give me a call, drop me an email, or the link to my online store is also below. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.